Hello again and happy and blessed Boxing Day or December the 26th, 2019 from Metro Manila, the Philippines, Southeastern Asia. Here's the second car travel video which I filmed in August 2019 when returning from SM Mega Mall to this city in this portion of Metro Manila where we live, my wife and I. And I assume that in this video segment, to a large extent, we were traveling through Makati in moderately heavy traffic, although not super heavy traffic because there were no major long stops. And there, although the camera is focused on me, it's possible to see street light poles, bridges, buildings, and other vehicles through the car's side and rear windows. Yeah, for those many motorists who don't take Skyway, and this is one of the main ways to get from northern Metro Manila to southern Metro Manila. And timing is important. Motorists and travelers are advised to try to avoid, if it is possible, travel during the heavy traffic hours, or at least to reserve an ample amount of time for them, especially if they have urgent appointments like lessons to give or lessons to attend, or business meetings or other ones. Well, for example, immigration visa renewal interviews or citizenship interviews, or then professional licensure exams to take or similar ones to take to be certified as, for example, possessing a certain level of knowledge of a given language, or to be certified as teachers of a given language. Yeah, this was a Saturday, if I remember correctly. It's important to keep one's mind alert during those long travels, whether in terms of the number of kilometers or in terms of the amount of time which will be reduced, which can be reduced, for example, by a smart choice of which highways and exits to take, which motorways to take, which highways and motorways and exits to avoid. Fortunately, our driver, like his predecessor is an experienced and careful driver, so in that sense, we don't have that much to worry about. But of course, it's always prudent to pray for God's blessing and protection and guidance when going um, to face this traffic. Overall, it's quite nice, especially if one is not in a hurry to travel even by car through Metro Manila. There are those LRT and MRT trains in Metro Manila, but not so many people rely on them. Although for a sizable portion of that minority, taking the LRT or MRT is one of the fastest and most convenient ways of arriving to their destinations. As far as I can know, Metro Manila does not have a very well-developed system of underground trains or subways. Well, LRT and MRT are partly, it seems, underground, or at least, well, at least they have some tunnels, but not in the same way as those metro trains which I have ridden in Helsinki, Finland, even earlier during this soon to be finished decade. Obviously, if there were more subway lines, if there were more overpasses and underpasses and more highways built outside Metro Manila to bypass it, and if the streets were cleared of excessive vehicles blocking major portions of the sidewalks, if the businesses and then private residences were moved to some extent further away from the streets, there would be less traffic congestion. Hopefully later during this century, these problems will be corrected. And one feature of the highways and motorways of Metro Manila is that the Ninoy Aquino International Airport, which is located, if I remember correctly, in Pasay, one of the cities of Metro Manila, or then Taguig. It's so close to the highway that it's possible to see airplanes making their final descent and descending only, it seems, a few tens of meters above the highway. In fact, my driver and I saw one such airplane when we were traveling to Mega Mall on December the 23rd, 2019. Well, fortunately, it seems that there have been no cases of airplanes actually hitting motor vehicles, let alone people, while flying low over these highways and motorways. But I think that for the sake of security, there should be alternate routes where the motor vehicles can be diverted so that there would not even be the remote possibility of an airplane dropping and crashing into such motor vehicles, or not actually dropping, but flying too low to the ground and then crashing into some vehicles and or people. Okay, that was this video.